Yo, you in the mirror. Pay attention. She said, you mine forever. I thought she was just talking nasty. So, this story got to do with an individual named Rico. So, Rico, he been having a lot going on. Like I said, with all these stories, you're going to get more and more familiar with what everybody like to do and what they be into. So moving forward, Rico been getting into a lot of stuff lately. Like, he really had just got done doing something that I ain't gonna speak on all the details of, but let's just say he took some things by force, if you catch my drift. And he was laying low from all that, so he couldn't be where he usually would be at for obvious reasons. He had to find him a new, little temporary headquarters for the meantime while the heat died down and went back normal. So, through one of his plugs that he was dealing with at the time, bro had got acquainted with this young little shorty. We'll call her May, right? So May, a very nice girl. And when I say very nice, I mean May the type, she real quiet, she to herself. You get what I'm saying? She don't really too much bother nobody, don't too much speak or interfere with anything anybody else got going on outside of herself. They get to talking and get real familiar with each other. And when I say real familiar, I mean like they been politicking and chatting for a little minute now, like to the point where he done got real comfortable with her for reasons like she be in the house cooking for him, making sure he good, you feel me? She low-key was moving as if like she was his woman or something, even though she knew he was running the streets doing what he was doing. So, like I said, she just be holding him down in the house, making sure he was good. They just had been doing a lot of talking. They ain't never even did nothing at this point. They just been doing a lot of socializing, a lot of politicking, and having a lot of conversation. So, Rico ain't much thinking nothing of this. He ain't feeling no kind of way about it. He ain't looking too deep into it. He just looking at it like, hey, she see a real one in this little situation right now. She trying to look out for me, make sure I'm good, So Rico helping out, because he getting plenty of money. He got bread. That's the whole reason why he having to lay low right now. So he throwing her a little something on her bills and rent, things like that, making it easy on her. But even before he even was doing that, she was already cooking for him, looking out for him, doing little extra things that he didn't even ask her to do. That was just showing her loyalty without even needing any direct energy off of him. So, as things started to progress, they started getting more serious. They started spending more time with each other to the point where you already know how things go when two people spend a lot of time with each other. They start getting into it. They start having their relations, and they've been doing this for a good month now. Like, not months, it's been months now. I mean, like, a couple months now. They been doing their thing. But she been saying little things here and there that, a lot of people will look over, because certain things that are really toxic have been normalized. She's saying things that are red flags, basically. Things that you shouldn't even be comfortable saying to somebody, but the fact that it's been normalized, that's a red flag in itself. But we're gonna keep it going. So she would say things to him like, you ain't gonna be with nobody else, right? Or she'll call him her husband. Just little things like that. And they look to somebody not paying attention. And Rico, he always been the type to pay attention. He always been the type to make sure that he analyzing everything and that he's not missing anything. And see, the problem with the way that she moving is because little by little, he's starting to kind of notice things kind of get a little funny. Like when it get time for him to go and pop outside and hit the block or whatever like he would usually do, sometimes he randomly run into these little situations where he can't find his keys or like, you get what I mean? Little things like that. Like his stuff would just go to popping up missing specific things that he might need. And then it'll randomly pop back up. And at first he thinking like, maybe, I just been smoking a lot lately. I've been misplacing it and I ain't been remembering where I put it, right? That's how most people would think of what's going on. Mind you, him and May, Rico and May, they been doing what they've been doing for a long little minute. It's been a good, 3-4 months at this point. So even though they still ain't directly in a relationship, that's not stopping her from moving like they directly in a relationship. So with that being said, she's starting to get more and more, what's the word I want to use? Clingy. More and more visibly attached. And she's starting to more and more openly say to his face, you're not going to be with nobody else, right? You feel me? Always telling them things like that. You my husband, things like that, telling him all type of stuff. And Rico, he just blowing it off. He ain't paying too much mind to it. But like I said, things are slowly starting to adjust around the house. And mind you, Rico really could have been left. By this point, the stuff he did, the heat ain't all the way gone, but it's done died down enough where he could have went back home if he wanted to go back home. But see, the thing about bro, he ain't exactly the type to always do what he's supposed to do or should do, if you catch my drift. So he done got comfortable hanging out with Shorty. He done got comfortable spending time with her. He done got comfortable just overall watching how he feel when he around her. But again, they not together. But she steady talking to him like they together. And steady telling him things like, you're not gonna be with nobody else, right? His keys still occasionally disappearing, especially like, say if they just had an argument or a little back and forth. Oh yeah, them keys will go missing for days. And now at this point, he's starting to put 2 and 2 together. Like, every time that you feel like I'm upset with you, you hide my keys. Or every time that you upset with me, you hide my keys, you hide my stuff, or whatever the case may be. So, with all of this being brought into effect, if you really look at the whole situation, bro putting 2 and 2 together, Rico, he putting 2 and 2 together, but he not directly understanding or correlating it yet. Like, he getting all the information, he's seeing the signs, he's seeing the red flags. Because every time she go to talking to him, with that possessive talk, that territorial talk, talking to him like he's her possession, he just kind of blow over it or laugh, you know what I'm saying, overlook it, not taking it serious, because in his mind, they just messing around. And they done had conversations about it, but again, he's always blowing it off. ignoring the signs. Now you know what point we at right now with it. You wanna know how this play out? Yeah. How this, you feel me? Catch me in the next one.